right. Are we live? We are. And you made it right on time, right as we got started. Nice. What's up, folks? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Run and Gun Podcast. I'm Jay Peeps. If he has sound. Oh, wait, he dropped off. Well, that's Ace. He'll be back in a second. So as for tonight, one thing's for certain. At the same time we're live, we got the Women's Softball World Series going. Greatest show on dirt, as it's being called. And quite honestly, it's a great matchup. Two current SEC teams will still technically belong to the Big 12 for now, but they're two of the newest members of the SEC. Texas and Oklahoma getting it on for all the marbles there. Oh, Ace, you made it. What's up?
What's up, JPs? I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good.
I didn't want to work, so I couldn't hear squad.
You're good, man. I've been cleaning out social media and this apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Stick, dude.
Leaving all the baggage out. Take out the trash, too.
Literally taking out the trash left and right. I have to tell you something when we get off air tonight. It resonated with me. It didn't sit right with me personally. And I'll tell you about it later. But anyway, yes, folks, we have a lot going on tonight. We're going to talk about NCAA 25, or not NCAA, college football 25. It's not called NCAA.
College football. You got to make sure you say college football for some reason.
Yeah. College football 25 comes out in 41 days. And from this moment right now, also interesting enough, random thought while I watch this. Do you notice University of Texas softball's their orange jerseys look very similar to Florida's orange jerseys. Just one's burnt orange and one's regular orange. But like Texas has like a cursive one, not the ones they're wearing tonight, but I just thought it was interesting.
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do with the jersey sometimes.
That's true. See if they can take down this juggernaut known as Oklahoma. But at the same time, you know it, man. We're going to talk about these APR scores and stuff and why certain people need to shut the hell up about creating APR jokes. We're also going to talk about your boy cashing in. No trade.
Give me a second. I got to think about who the hell we're talking about now.
Somebody that wears a certain color, who wears purple.
I'm a bit slow right now.
While he figures that out. At the same time, too, also, we're going to figure out what Ace's movie is tonight. I know I'm just putting Ace
I don't know.
Tonight. We'll look at
we probably should start with what? The NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup, I guess, and then we'll get into everything else.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could. We'll work hot topics, then go to HBCU, then go to the NFL.
And we'll do NFL, and then we'll do movies at the end.
Yeah. Oh, and then movies at the end. Okay, that works.
Yeah, movies at the end. We'll keep hot topics separate.
Yeah, I guess we do got to leave movies at the end. That makes sense. So, yeah, folks, don't go anywhere.
Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We're going to run this intro, get this going.
Yes.
3 more episodes left for the season.
Yeah, no, we're going to try to get Coach Henry on next week. I already spoke with his secretary, his wife, about getting him on. Hopefully, well, I shouldn't say secretary because she's got a degree that far outweighs mine. But, dude, it's facts. I'm not even going to lie. But anyway, yes, don't go anywhere. Interested next. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel for all the latest happenings. We got 2 more episodes left in this season. We're going to try to get Coach Henry on next week. And we're going to try to get Orlando McKinley to come back, who is the defensive back coach at Albany State. So with that being said, kick back, relax. We'll check that comment because we just saw it come through. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP. This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash. This is Denny Hendricks.
And you're listening to
the
Run and Gun Podcast.
get into this.
So we're gonna start with hot topics tonight, folks, and then we'll jump to the HBCU part. So what's the first comment we got here?
Oh,
What's up, man? How are you doing this evening?
let's get going.
Let's do it. So,
All right, NBA Finals.
yes,
It's gonna be a good one, I think. There's some good storylines in it.
yeah.
Porzingis
Honestly,
versus Dallas, the former Euro brothers. They tried doing it with Dallas, Porzingis and Luka. It didn't work out. Porzingis moved on to Washington, rebuilt his value, went on to Boston. Key contributor is hurt. That's going to be a key part in that series. I'm going to keep an eye on.
yeah.
And then on the other side of the storylines, it's Kyrie returned to Boston after we all know how that went.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for all of it, man. I got the Celtics. Not Celtics. I got the Mavs winning in Sixers. I think I had six.
I have Mavs in 7 because that would mean the game 7's in Boston, and Kyrie winning in Boston would just be like peak fiction. So yeah, mainly. But I will say I have my reasons why I think Dallas would win. So we'll get into that in a minute.
Honestly, for me, it's like personally, I just feel like I'm like, the Celtics have invested so much into building this super team. So should we call it, or putting so much money into this, that I feel like it's just they're about to get right there to the cusp of it again and just let it go by the wayside. Because it was like last year, you had a team on paper that should have run to the finals and matched up really well with the Denver Nuggets, and you blew it against the Miami Heat because they wanted it more. I'm not gonna say they were better than them; they just wanted it more. And then you get to this year, and I feel like somehow, some way, they're gonna get outsmarted. I feel like the shooting duo of Luka and Kyrie is going to come alive. I feel, and it's gonna just take the moment away.
Ooh, I can see that.
I mean,
now,
I was gonna say, didn't they get outshot when they played Golden State like the year prior, before the Heat? Yeah, they got outperformed by Steph and Clay and Draymond.
Well, not much Clay, so much Jordan Poole.
Yeah, see, they got outperformed.
Jordan Poole, man. Ooh, I can have a whole podcast on Jordan Poole.
And every year, I say this.
It's not even a bad thing too, with Jordan Poole. But that's off topic. So, anyways, back onto this Boston. Jaylen Brown left hand has been somewhat better. I ain't gonna say he's proficient with his left hand, but it's not like totally kryptonite for them right now. But then again, I feel like with Dallas, they're the team that can go, and they're gonna force Brown to try to go left a lot, and it's gonna be like, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? Will it be the detriment of the Celtics that he can't go left? Nah, I doubt it so much because, like, as we saw with the series against Indiana, Jaylen Brown was best player in that series for 3 of the 4 games. That the series didn't go long. Like Tatum averaged 30, right?
Yeah.
But like the whole playoffs, Jaylen Brown's been the best player on that team. And for Boston to win a championship, it's got to be Tatum, who's the best player on that team, in my opinion. Tatum does do some stuff sometimes. You're like, you want to be like Kobe too much, bro. Just take your behind, go in the paint, and you can dominate. You always settle for jump shots, and that's what annoys me with him.
That part is, I don't know what it's just. I do feel like he tries to be Kobe too much. I didn't know how to put that, but that's an excellent way to put it. It's like I feel like he's trying too hard to like be the alpha on that team when you got to realize, like, dude, there will never be another Kobe. There'll never be another Jordan. There will never be another LeBron. I don't care how much we want to talk about LeBron's son. There never will be another LeBron. You need to play to what's around you. A lot of people want to say, and even I'm guilty of it, Anthony Edwards is like the next version of MJ. A little too soon to say that. And plus, the game's a little different. And I had I was watching a game with my family actually. Not Nuggets, the Mavs Timberwolves series, and we're critiquing Anthony Edwards. I'm like, they're like, oh, Jordan would have done this, Jordan would have done that. Yeah, but times were different back then.
Defenses, offenses, everything. The whole game itself was different.
Exactly. So it's like he has to pass it around and work the ball around in order to create mismatches and create space, free up certain lanes. Like I'm not gonna lie, players are faster now. Players are bigger now.
Skilled.
Exactly. Also, not to mention the fact that players take better care of their bodies now.
That's true. Jordan took a couple years before he could beat out the Pistons. So
yeah,
it's not all smooth sailing. So like I could see Ant doing like to that level, but like just the way how much parity in the league there is right now, where it's honestly there's not one team you're like like Golden State when they got KD, it's like well we know who's gonna win the finals. Let's just like whatever. And then LeBron took that one ring. Then KD came and it was like, it's wraps. And then KD got the calf injury. Clay tore the ACL. KD came back, tore the Achilles, and you're like, okay, the Raptors got it. Other than that, man, that 4 year span, it was like there wasn't much competitiveness in the sense where like you don't know who's gonna win the finals, right? Now it's like since COVID, you're like, oh shit, who the hell's winning the finals? Like Boston, like on the East side, you're like, okay, we can see Boston coming out, but then it's like Miami snuck 2 in there. They made the finals twice in that time span. Then you go and you look at Philadelphia. It's like, oh, Embiid's gonna do it. Embiid hasn't even seen the conference finals in his life, so it was not even saying anything about Embiid. Then you're like, all right, the Knicks. Knicks made the conference finals. No, they've had a couple second round playoffs, which is the best they've done since Melo's been there. So like. They've been better, but like I know they were hurt against Indiana, but like nobody really thinks Indiana's gonna win it. But then you're like on the West side is like you got dogs straight down that whole list. And next year, there's gonna be even more dogs coming up because you got Wemby with another year. Probably gonna have a point guard by now, so he shouldn't be terrible.
Yeah,
then you got Ja Morant's coming back. Memphis is gonna be dogs. Yeah, Memphis still dogs. Memphis still dogs.
He needs to get his head right. I do.
He'll get his head right. You gotta have some faith in Ja.
I'm honestly just surprised to see Greg Popovich and the team be down like this for so long. But
here's our Dallas Mavericks resident fan. And has a lot of work to do as a table setter. If you say, see, that's the difference between him and like Paulo. Yeah. When you watch Paulo, he got blitzed like hell hard against Cleveland, but he didn't fumble it like how Ant did in Game 7. So like, Ant kind of screwed the pooch on that. We won't get into Ant right now, but yeah. This is all facts right here.
I mean, I still like the kid, but I mean, I'm just, hopefully he can figure it out.
He's got some growing to do still.
Yeah. Most definitely. Now,
on the Dallas side, though, for the series, you got to make sure Lively 100% in that series, man. Lively took some, like Nas Reed took a shot at him in Game 5, and you're like, man, hold up, hold the phone. Like, what was Derek Lively's injury? And you're gone right after which part of his body? Gone straight after that neck.
Yeah,
like, that wasn't intentional at all. But like, if Lively is healthy, that's baby Tyson Chandler, in my opinion. Like, he will be key for them to keep Porzingis from getting second chances, keep Boston from getting second chances. You need him, Gafford, grab those rebounds, keep Boston one possession, one and done, no second chances, because Boston would kill you if you get second chance points. Then you're basically saying, okay, we know Luka and Kyrie aren't the best on defense, but like, hey man, I need you, Josh Green. I need you, Tim Hardaway Jr. I need y'all to lock in and give Tatum, Jaylen Brown absolute hell whenever you're on the court.
It's actually interesting.
However many minutes it is.
It's interesting to me that you look at this, according to season leaders, according to ESPN, Luka, to me rebounds is a 5. It's a center thing or a 4 or 5 thing. Luka leads this team with rebounds per game at 9.2. Jason Tatum leads the Boston Celtics with 8.1. To me, I don't know. I feel like that should be like a center thing, like not a shooter.
Okay, with like Luka like how do I say this? Efficient Russell Westbrook, but more like LeBron. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. I guess I need to
like Westbrook was like that triple double machine, but he's more like Luka. How do I say this? Hold on, let me rephrase it. Because he's not like LeBron in the sense he's not an athletic freak, but the way how he operates with his IQ to manipulate defenses is a lot like how LeBron does it, and his ability to score, play make, and command an offense. So in that regard, he's like LeBron. He doesn't bulldoze people to
coverage.
Yeah. No, I'm reading this thing on myself distracted.
Dropper switching would be problematic. Blitzing their best option. Blitzing best option, but still not a great one against Luka. Yeah, no, it's really not. Yeah,
because like if you switch on Luka, he's gonna either pick your poison with him, or you can switch on Kyrie, which is even worse. Or Luka's just gonna find Tim Hardaway Jr. or somebody in the corner, and they're gonna snipe a 3 on your head.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You blitz Luka and try to see if he makes a mistake and make a bad pass to somebody.
That's crazy.
Or you switch and you let Kyrie inside, and he just lobs it up for Gafford or Lively to dunk on your head, and you're like, well, shit, pretty much.
That's insane. Only a 34% chance to win, according to ESPN for the Mavs. They are expecting.
ESPN's always be tweaking. I got that. I'll say this: if Boston doesn't win, Tatum not winning ever.
I could agree with that. I would agree with that.
Because this is like I have Dallas winning, but like if Boston doesn't win this series, I don't think Tatum's winning one ever.
Or for me, at least, it's like he ain't gonna do it in Boston. That's what I said.
That part, I can see that part more. So, like the tandem of him and Jaylen Brown won't win a ring if they don't win it this year.
That's facts. That's facts. Now, on the other side of the coin, we got Stanley Cup. This is the greatest distance between two teams ever. You go from South Florida, Sunrise, Florida, all the way nearly to Juneau, Alaska, to play the Edmonton Oilers, which you're like halfway to Juneau, Alaska when Edmonton is playing.
Hold on, let me find this meme and I'll show you my opinion on this Stanley Cup if I can find it. Keep talking.
I mean, look, honestly, this is for Florida. They're still searching for their first Stanley Cup ever as a franchise. I believe they are I think they're a year older than the Lightning, or about the same age as the Lightning, I think. And then for Edmonton, who was part of the original 6, you got a team that's their Stanley Cup since 2006. So a lot of firsts are on the line here. To be honest with you, I mean, I know most of the guys associated with this page are rooting for the Oilers to win this, but I honestly kind of got a feeling that Florida's about to pull this off. Because when you go,
opinion on the. Oh wait, give me a second. This got to be a little special because I don't want to turn off the background and it's not working. Boo! Well, y'all can't see it.
While he does that, I'll say this: if you're Florida, you got to strike now. Wait, what does that say?
Work?
I can't even see.
No. Here we go. You see it?
I just hope both teams look. Wow. All right. We understand, Ace. I mean, much like myself, we know you're a hardcore Lightning fan. You don't want to see Florida get one. And then I don't know.
It's the sad part is Florida is going to win for one reason and one reason only.
What's that reason?
Corey Perry is on the freaking Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because if we're not mistaken, he's the reason the Lightning didn't three-peat.
He is the reason the Lightning didn't three-peat. That's shit with curse, man.
Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot because for those of you that don't know, Corey Perry was on the Lightning in I believe it was 22.
He was on the Dallas Stars in 2020. Lightning
Mhm.
won in 6. Dallas lost in the finals. He was on
Right.
the Montreal Canadiens in 21. Montreal lost in 5 in the Stanley Cup to the Lightning. Was on the Lightning in 2022. Lightning lost in 6 to the Colorado Avalanche.
Coincidence, folks? I think not. And then where was he last year? Was he in Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this
Yeah.
year in Edmonton. So my
Wait,
god.
no, was he? Yeah, he might have been in Tampa. He
Probably
got
no.
traded to. No, he got traded this year to Chicago, and then he got cut by Chicago.
Really? And Chicago's a bad team.
Something happened in Chicago, and then he had to go to rehab or something, and then he was signed up in Edmonton.
Dang, so yeah, you might be right. Florida Panthers might be on their way to their first Stanley Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, overall, I think it's going to be an excellent series and stuff. I think they listed like the goalies that Florida has gone through to get to this point. It started with Vasilevsky, and then of course you go on to play the Bruins, who I know Ace, you know their goalie better than I do. And then after that, they go on to play the Rangers. Like, and dude, playing in the East ain't no joke, or in the Atlantic.
But Broski's been on how do I say this nicely without saying he's on steroids?
He's been on a tear.
He's been on a tear the last 2 playoffs.
Dude, his save, I think it was game 5
against the Lightning.
Yeah,
well, no, that was because Matt Dumba was a dumbass and didn't go just keep the puck on the ground. There was literally nobody in front of you. All you had to do is keep the puck on the ice flat.
That part. If the puck stays on the ground, that puck doesn't go. That puck goes in. But just the save in general. If you guys haven't seen it, the 28 of you that are watching, go back and look at that, and you're just gonna be like, "My God, how did he do that?" He literally spun in the air, saved it, and kept it from going in. I know.
Thank God the Lightning aren't keeping Matt Dumba. They said, "All right, you're gone. We're bringing back Ryan McDonough. Get your behind out of here."
It's crazy. It's crazy. But honestly, too, we got to highlight the fact that the last 5 Stanley Cups have featured Florida teams.
A team from Florida, yeah.
Yeah. Like 3 of them featured the Lightning, and then the last 2 featuring the Florida Panthers, starting in the bubble and then going to now. That's 5 years of dominance by the state, which honestly, for those of you that don't watch hockey, I'll tell you now, if you aren't watching, you need to watch it. It's a good product. And for those of you that say hockey can't work in the South, dude, it's the hottest topics in the South. Nashville has a good team that made the playoffs. You got, even though they're technically out west, it's still the South. Dallas has a team that made the playoffs. The Lightning consistently always make the playoffs. It has one of the strongest fan bases in the National Hockey League. Florida Panthers, up and coming, exciting. Carolina Hurricanes, exciting.
Yeah. No. Carolina Hurricanes, I'm going to be real with you for a minute on them. Carolina Hurricanes are exciting regular season team. You know we're going to choke in the playoffs. Every year.
That's true. That's true. But my point is, folks, it's a hot topic, and there's also a reason why certain HBCUs were looking into this. Like Tennessee State, I'm sure was looking into getting a hockey club. Like it's doable. It really is.
It is. Just as long as they don't have terrible branding, like that team that Utah's getting. Oh my God, it's so bad.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say the Arizona Coyotes because I feel like their branding is horrible.
That's the Arizona Coyotes now. They moved out the Coyotes to Utah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was not it. I thought. See, honestly, I guess hockey is a lot like basketball because the Thunder are technically the Supersonics.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's like Okay, it's like the NBA. They just move a team from another city and give it a new name. Okay,
It's
that
basically
makes
the Astros to Titans.
Oilers to Titans.
Oilers to Titans. Oh my god, it's true.
You're
Wrong
good.
Houston team. Whatever. Oh,
I mean, hey, look, honestly, it's fine. One's a cheater, and a lot of people say there's a huge debate about like who claims who. Do the Titans claim the Oilers, or do the Texans claim the Oilers?
you know what
So
I liked about the? Actually, that's a good transition point. In a minute, though, like Utah, right? They're getting the team, but they're calling it the Utah Hockey Club or whatever right now,
are they
based
really?
off of copyrights that their brand, they're like trademarking that right now. One of the names they have trademark pending.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so stupid. But like when the Quebec team moved from Quebec to Colorado, they went from the Nordiques to the Avalanche, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Atlanta Trashers, they moved from Atlanta to Winnipeg. Changed it to the Jets. So it's not like uncommon for them to change the name. Like
Yeah.
you go like give them cool names, man. Like Avalanche and Jets are pretty decent names, right?
Yeah.
You see the Utah Jazz literally rebranded. They have completely new uniforms and everything.
They went back to their
They go,
90s.
yeah. But it's like mountains. It's all mountain theme, and I'm like, not many Jazz in Utah, so y'all need to just change that name because that's the whole topic we can have about that.
Well, I mean, if
They
we're
kept it from New Orleans. Like all these teams moved and they switched their name, but like
yeah,
they moved the New Orleans Jazz to Utah and they never changed the name for no reason.
I mean, it kind of
Like there's nothing Jazz related in Utah, which is like the crazy part.
I know, but it rolls off the tongue really well, you know.
I guess.
So I mean, that's all it is to it. Actually, before we do move on, we do need to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
You won't believe who tried to dodge LSU to start this season off.
Who?
USC. I had the photo.
No, I thought you said somebody was trying to duck USC.
No. Somebody was trying to dodge LSU.
Oh, USC was trying to dodge LSU. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would
My
have been
bad.
hilarious because that would have been a beat down. LSU would have beat the brakes off of them.
Did I say that wrong? I feel like I said that wrong.
I don't know. My brain was kind of getting confused reading that or like hearing that because
I hear you right.
I swear I heard you say USC to start, which was why I was confused and I was like, what? But anyways, yeah, like they got Newsomeyer, I think, is gonna start next year for LSU. Like they've hyped him up a lot. And they got a decent squad, so they got Harold Perkins, who probably should be a top 5 pick, a top 10 pick, but like he's so undersized for the end. I don't know if he's gonna go linebacker, but like still.
Have we seen this? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Damn.
Yeah, so
Damn,
USC is
trying to duck the smoke.
That's 2 years you tried to get out of playing them. Because for one, if you ask me, I think without a doubt, well, you couldn't have last year because you played Florida State. But if you ask me, regardless of if Caleb would have had another year of eligibility or not, and whether you would have had Drake London or not, LSU still winning this game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sitting here like I'm personally going to make sure I see this game because I want to see LSU just tear them apart. Because this now is essentially an SEC versus Big Ten game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this is I think this is being played in Las Vegas also.
Oh, it's a neutral site game.
Yeah, I think this is in Vegas.
LSU is a notoriously slow starter. So,
dude, honestly, now, okay, to be fair,
I have no idea what USC is going to look like though this year, so I can't say USC is going to win. That's why I think LSU is winning.
I think LSU is winning. But LSU it's been iffy because LSU did open the season up a couple of years ago in Lambeau to Wisconsin and lost.
That's what I'm saying. They're like slow starters, so it's like.
But then there was another year they opened with like LSU. They opened with Oregon and TCU, and they like shredded both of them, both the times they played them in neutral site games. So I feel like this
like Pac-12 teams. Like now they're Big 10 or Big 12s, but like
I'm honest. My early prediction for this is I'm going LSU by at least 14.
oh yeah. It ain't gonna be close to this game, I don't think.
Especially since the fact that now this has gotten out where USC's tried to dodge them. So my thing is, what's Lincoln
That's
Riley?
bulletin for them.
Oh yeah, because what's Lincoln Riley running from?
You scared? Oh, Drunk's back. Haha.
The saddest thing is seeing USC have Samoans and Hawaiians at safety and still being terrible. He's got a point.
He's got a point. It's like, bruh, how do you have like all these guys looking like Troy and still suck?
Dude, because it was a point they had Troy Polamalu at safety and they had Junior Seau at linebacker and they were good.
I mean, Sua Cravens fell off a cliff, but I think he was Washington, not USC. No, he was USC.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, they have the high expectations, and then after that they go straight for the Holiday Bowl because they won 7 games. And then right now, if I'm being honest, in this new Big Ten, I don't see USC getting into the 12-team playoff. I really don't.
Nope. I think SEC is going to have at least 6 teams in it.
Facts. Which, by the way, it's also a good time to introduce this. So
they can switch on over to college football. We've been pretty much talking about college football, so I guess we could just switch to college.
I mean, it's all essentially in this one topic tonight. Do you see that? Is it up? Yeah, there it is. So they gave the schedule for tonight's, or not tonight, but for the college football
for
playoff.
This year's playoff.
I'm surprised to see
it's going to be a month.
A month of college football is crazy.
Not playoff college football.
Right? So essentially, now we get
the wild card, divisional, and championship games.
Yes. So now we have basically Friday, you have one game. Wait, I think there's a typo here. Friday, December 21st, I think that is what that should say. That's interesting.
No, Friday, December 20th, and then I assume the 21st is Saturday.
Okay, I see. Okay, so 3 games on Saturday?
It's basically how the NFL used to do the playoffs.
Right. Oh, okay.
4 wild cards, 4 divisionals, 2 championships in the Super Bowl.
I can get with this. So for those of you that don't know, essentially those games on the 20th and the 21st will be hosted by the highest ranked team. So for instance, say, I don't know.
I believe those 4 in the quarterfinals are number 1 through 4. So it would be number 5 versus number 12.
Yes, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 will all be the home teams. And then essentially, like, I think I want to say
I'd assume 5, 6, and 7 get home games in the first round.
5, 6, 7, and 8 all get home games in the first round.
No, it's 12 teams, not 7 and 8.
Wait.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Wait.
Yeah,
that's right.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah. You're right. My brain shut off there for a second.
You good. Yeah, so that means then that also means now, so 12 will play 5, and then 11 will play.
6 plays 11. 7 plays 10. 8 plays 9.
Yep. That 8-9 game is going to probably be one of the best games.
That 8-9 game, I have a feeling will be like 2 Big 10, Big 12 teams or something like that, like a Big 10, Big 12 matchup.
Oh, definitely. Or honestly, and this is where I had a feeling this was coming. You're going to probably see 4 or 5 SEC teams in this, on top of Florida State.
I think they'll have. I feel like the 4 in the quarterfinals are probably going to be the SEC champion, the Big 10 champion, the Big 12 champion, and the ACC. Did I say ACC?
You said SEC.
SEC, ACC, Big 10, and Big 12 champions will be the 4 in the quarterfinals.
For sure.
And unless it's like a FSU nonsense kind of situation where it's like the quarterback got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, oh, we don't think you're gonna do good in the playoff kind of thing, so we'll give you like 5 and make you play in the first round kind of crap.
Yeah.
But generally, I think the 1 through 4 should be the conference champions, and then 5 is 100% probably going to be an SEC team.
I was gonna say group of 5 champion too. You gotta think like you got.
Oh yeah, group of 5, like, but they won't put a team like Tulane or USF.
Oh yeah, a team like
5.
that, you're gonna have to fight your way out of the first round.
Exactly.
And
They would put them like the group of 5 team champion would probably be like number 6 or 7.
Yeah, no, I could see it. So you're gonna have a situation like Tulane where you're gonna have to fight for everything you got, and hope the chips fall where they may. And it's gonna be built off of gaining respect. So for teams like James Madison, who were just in the FCS not too long ago, for a team like Coastal, who just also wasn't in the FCS literally but a decade ago, and now they have a chance now to make a name for themselves again. And App State, this is your time to shine right here. Or even Troy.
Mm-hmm. Like a Mountain. I doubt it. You'll see like a Mountain West team or like that. Some MAC action. I doubt you see like that coming into the tournament, but hopefully they do. You never know. It might be fun. But they probably get beat down.
You know who else has it?
Maybe Boise State rise back to relevancy, please. My childhood needs it.
You know who else has an opportunity to make a name for themselves with this?
Ooh.
The service academies.
Oh yes, I saw a meme of that somewhere, man. I was like, you're like Army's about to win, about to get into the playoff, and all you had to do is beat Navy or something like that.
Yeah, because dude, literally, you could be sitting there because Army Navy's played that first weekend or second weekend of December, I think. Mm-hmm. And if Army can beat, if like a undefeated Army can beat Navy, or if like a one-loss Navy can get past Army and still win the American, you're in. They can't say no to you. You're in. Unless you just absolutely objected and say no, thank you, because you can still turn down the bid or the invite.
I doubt they do that, though.
Oh, I doubt they do, too, because honestly, it's like service academies, it's been a while since we've seen them in a game like this or in a championship environment like this, so it would mean a lot for them. Because honestly, if last year, if we're being honest, the team that for a while had the best shot in a 12-team playoff was Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like, dang, service academies have a chance now to start making some noise again. But all culminates January 20th. So after you get finished fooling around with the inauguration that day, that night we have the national championship in Atlanta. Yes, if I'm being politically correct, I hate to talk about politics. The inauguration is always January 20th. This is an election year. So after the election or after the inauguration is the playoff national championship.
All right. I'm going to keep myself from saying something stupid. All right.
I think we need to go to the HBCUs? Do we need to go to that now?
One more thing. All right. If I had to put money on how the seeding would work, I would 100% put all my money on number 5 seed being an SEC team.
Go for it. Yeah, honestly, that's why this year
I'm on 5 or 6 is going to be an SEC team.
Dude, see, and this
is going to be like Alabama or Georgia. It's going to be one of the two of them.
That part. And this is why I'm not even worried about a team.
Whoever gets 12, I feel bad for y'all. Y'all are going to get obliterated.
Whoever gets 12 has to, yeah, for real.
Whoever gets 12 or 11 or like at that point, it's like, bro, just stay home.
What if Coach Prime ends up having to go to Tuscaloosa to play out?
Coach Prime can't even get into a bowl game. What you mean? He's going to be in the playoffs? Shit. Anyways, it's over now.
My God. Jeez. Goodness gracious. All right, so we're going to go ahead and swing it on over. So here's what we're going to go ahead and talk about. We're going to talk about the APR scores. So those came back, and essentially can't nobody say nothing at all. So 6. What was it? I believe it was 6 sports teams or 6 varsity sports for FAMU, all had record numbers of 1,000 in APR scores. So Ace, let me know when it's up.
It is up.
So according to there we go. Let me zoom in a little bit on it. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Didn't want that to happen. Can I just? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. So according to these are the sports at 930 or better, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them had 1,000. So baseball, 1,000 on the APR scores. Women's basketball, 1,000. Bowling, tennis, volleyball, golf, all 1,000.
Just
So
keep knocking with the bangs.
Exactly. So much for the jokes of the NCAA is coming to take your trophies away. That's not the case. Try again. And then softball, 950. Football, cross country, both 950. Willie Simmons even told you guys before he left to go to Duke that the APR score for football was at a 950. You still didn't believe him. Now, hopefully, you believe him. Men's track and field had the lowest at a 949.
Being 950 on football is kind of crazy, though.
Dude, it's a good sign, man.
It is.
It's an excellent. This is what you want to see because
women's basketball at 1,000 is a rough look, though.
You said women's basketball had 1,000.
Yeah, at 1,000 rating.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. That's very impressive, honestly.
Yeah, for all the haters and like considering the record's not that great, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's like it's one thing to like be, I hate to say it like this, but be bad. But it's like you don't want the APR scores to be a reflection of that as well. But it's like at least they got their degrees and they were getting it done in the classroom, despite being bad. But again, I think Coach Bridget Gordon has that team in the right direction. Baseball, didn't exactly win the SWAC this year, but the consistency was there. I think the next step, if you're FAMU baseball, you got to start putting together a team that has more depth pitching and a team that can upset a Florida, upset an Auburn, or upset the teams in the SEC. That's what you got to start striving for. Because much like Grambling, who said, their goal is to make it out of the regional and get to Omaha, that's what your goal needs to be if you're Jamie Shoup going forward. And then, of course, football, you got to keep this thing still rolling.
Yep. Well, football's got a lot of guys coming in and out, and like if you leave for the draft, you're not graduating, so like that kind of knocks it too.
Yeah, it does. It does. And honestly, I hope that you can keep this number north of 950 with football going forward. And a lot of that and you have the AD that's going to see to it, regardless of how
I think the most impressive one is volleyball, because that program's so good in volleyball, and they're graduating like their scores are so high still, so it's like double-edged sword of like positivity on that side of it.
Facts, big facts. But this is it's a beautiful thing to see. You love to see it, and once again, I think a lot of people need to ease up with their judgment.
Yeah. They need to chill.
Bingo. Also, happy Founders Day to the Marching 100 as well. That, 78 years of excellence. I can honestly still tell you my favorite two halftime shows. 2000 Florida Classic, 2010 Florida Classic. Still my two favorite halftime shows by them ever, hands down. It's like it's one of those things where it's like Ace has never been to a Florida Classic, folks, but like every couple of years you always see Bethune kind of take jabs at the 100, and sometimes they go a little bit too far. And then it's like there's always like that day when FAMU goes on second.
And they're like, oh shit,
it's like they just step on them. It's It's like when Kendrick said, sometimes you just got to pop out and show people. It's Joe Bullard, just pop out and show them. And it's one of those times. That's all it is. But I will say, I like where 100's going. I like where it's at right now. Hopefully, here's the 78 more years. Also, summer band camp is July 14th through the 20th. So for those of you that have instruments or are interested, I would suggest going to the March of 100 page and signing up for that immediately. I don't know how many more spots are left, but definitely get a look at it. And also, Florida Classic time was announced. Ace, what time Florida Classic kicking off this year?
I had to wait for it to run on the throw. I don't know. You just ask me these questions sometime, and I'm like, wait, what? I'd assume it's like 3 o'clock most of the time, but like,
Yeah, it's a 3:30 kick.
Hey, shot it up from half court, and it was like,
and he sunk it. So yes, 3:30 kickoff this year for the Florida Classic once again. So in that game, fam, you'll be looking to go for 4 straight wins over Bethune after already holding.
Yeah, that's happening anyway. So like, okay.
Oh, definitely 100%, dude. I expect Bethune will be better, but I don't think Bethune's going to be good enough to be FAMU this year. I don't think they'll be good enough to win the East this year. But also, speaking of which, FAMU landed another commitment in the form of a former Purdue transfer, Brandon Callaway from Griffin, Georgia, 6'1", 195, plays defensive back.
Huh.
Another big-time transfer. The DB room's already crowded, but, I mean, if we're being honest, look, Coach Colsey's probably one of the greatest defensive backs to come through Florida State. This man knows top quality in the secondary. We saw this coming. Secondary is probably going to be
peace QBs,
literally
wide receivers.
Not to mention as well, you're recruiting a team and putting together something that's going to be able to. You have to be able to get after quarterbacks like Andrew Body. That is, in my opinion, aside from what you may see when you play Troy and what you may see when you play Miami, that's the best quarterback you're going to see all year. And also Cameron Sapp at Norfolk State. Andrew Body is the quarterback in the SWAC you have to stop. I'm not worried about Jason Brown. I'm not worried about any of the other quarterbacks. Andrew Body's the one you got to stop. You stop him, this conference is yours. Despite what the rumblings out of Texas with Prairie View. Why you look like that when I said that?
Come on now.
Why'd you
rumblings out of Prairie View?
Why did you look like that when I said that though? Messy.
I don't know what you mean.
No, I know. No, you know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. Just horrible.
Just like you. It's all good. Anyways, anything else in this section?
No, not in this section. We already talked about who had the biggest brand last week.
Yeah, we did. So, moving on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and swing it. So, with that,
who's this person in purple who got some no trade clause? Oh, you mean Jefferson. Oh my God, I'm so stupid.
Oh, dear.
I just realized what he meant.
I wrapped it for you. I put it in a nice ball.
Took my.
And I
might
showed
be a little slow, guys. Guys, I'm just slow. It's
okay. No, you had a blonde moment. It's okay.
Yeah, guys, my hair is blonde. Here,
it's okay.
That's my haircut right there.
It's okay. My hair is graying in some spots. You just can't.
I'll take gray over bald though, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, same. I'll take that any day over balding. Oh, God, no.
Anyways, back on this. All right, so Jay Jets got 140 million.
So yeah, it was 140 million with 110 guaranteed over the course of 4 years. That is the highest paid.
But he got the bank. he got the Brinks, boy. Woo.
And the thing
You know
is,
what? Keep going before I say it.
you got other wide receivers out there, like I guess Chris got. I didn't even know.
CD Lamb and Brandon Ayuk and T Higgins going like this.
Godwin. You got all these guys.
Wait, who? Godwin?
Yeah,
He
apparently.
paid too. He won't get paid again. Oh yeah, he just got paid.
I was gonna say I thought he just got paid.
I think he just got like a 3-year deal or something like that.
I could have swore he did as well, but I think Tampa Bay media says what they want to say, but it's like I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like, I thought he just got paid, but some people were like, he's waiting on a new deal again. I'm like, the only person I thought that was waiting on an extensive deal was Tristan Wirfs.
And they just paid Mike Evans too, but like they got Jalen McMillan, and like if anybody knew me on Twitter, they knew that was my favorite wide receiver coming out of the draft outside of the top 3 guys.
I know you wanted him to be a Saint so bad.
Yeah, but you know, Dennis, I don't gotta be Dennis honest today. Who else it is? I have a whole line on that coming. Anyways, yeah, so Jay Jazz boy, good for you. You got paid. Now that opens up a whole can of worms over in Ohio. And a team outside Ohio, that opens up a big can of worms in Ohio because we already know Mike Brown is cheap as hell. And I was shocked he paid Burrow what he paid Burrow. He didn't want to pay Mixon, sent Mixon away. Didn't want to pay a lot of guys. Him and Hendrickson wants to get paid again because he deserves to get paid. They ain't paying him. T. Higgins want to get paid. They ain't paying T. Higgins.
They need
that is
to.
The issue right there. T. Higgins wants to get paid. They don't want to trade T. Higgins, and they don't want to pay T. Higgins. That's going to be an issue. Jamar Chase wants as the same amount or more than Justin Jefferson did, rightfully so. Cincinnati ain't paying that. So people who out there in fantasy football, Jermaine Burton might be your guy to save you this season because like I don't think one of the two of them aren't going to be there. I'd be shocked if, like I always said, I'll be so shocked if Cincinnati pays both of them, and I don't think they're paying either of them.
The thing about it for me is like I see so much potential with Cincinnati to be there to especially with Burrow to challenge Mahomes
ownership,
and it's
half the battle.
It's like your ownership is about to literally royally screw you from getting
as a team.
As a team,
But there's another team in Ohio with a bad ownership group too.
Who, the Browns?
On the opposite side. One side you have an owner in Ohio who doesn't want to pay anybody. And then you have the other side where I am 100% sure it was the owner who wanted to pay Deshaun Watson what he paid Deshaun Cosby.
Not you go from Deshaun Watson to Deshaun Cosby in the same
sentence. I should have went Cosby the whole way through, but my brain was a half step slow, bro. It's all good. Anyway, yeah. They announced Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry got new contract extensions, right, for Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Matching extensions or whatever, and I was like, Deshaun hasn't worked out, right? Like we know, like he's been hurt, hasn't played great. That has not worked out, and you gave him the most amount of guaranteed money of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, for teams when they do that, they get fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I saw that, me and dude on Twitter or something about this, it was like, yeah, this is the ownership. Ownership wanted Cosby so bad, because if a GM made the move he made for Deshaun, man, they would have got canned.
And then the thing is, they have Jameis now as their backup too.
I mean, if Cosby gets hurt again, like I wouldn't be shocked if Jameis actually does good though. So like I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm like, you got two guys that are prospective that you thought would have been franchise QBs in their respective places initially that you would have thought, especially Watson, because Watson was balling until all that stuff went down.
All that stuff went down, yeah.
Like, let's be real. Like, you can't say he wasn't. Like, Buddy was looking pretty good until
he was a top 3 quarterback until he decided to go get some happy time, all in all the wrong places.
Yeah, literally. Like, dude, why is it so hard just to meet somebody?
Mm-hmm. This is called dating apps, isn't there? Like that whole thing now with dating apps or whatever. I don't know.
But I guess this is what they mean when they say money changes people, or money has an impact.
I guess, yeah.
Which is that's insane.
Or you could be like Tyreek Hill and just bag 10 different ladies and have 10 kids or whatever.
Good God.
I mean, if you wanted that bad, bro, like, I don't know if you don't want to do it. You know what? Let me shut up. Just move on.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, because I'm about to say something that I don't need to say right now.
The man just ducked. I guess he's like,
don't, yeah.
Let me shut up. All right. Moving on now to another topic. So Tristan Wirfs showed up to OTAs. He wants money.
Yeah, he showed up to, I guess, mini camp.
Camp.
Yeah, he didn't show up to OTAs. It's about the same. They said it's the same strategy as what Devin White used. The only thing is Devin White requested a trade. Tristan Wirfs is not, but Todd Bowles did say that he had spoken with Tristan Wirfs leading up to that. So I guess
you better not let that man go.
Oh no, he'd be foolish too. They would be foolish. I think it was dumb. I saw something. Somebody was like, "Oh, Tristan Wirfs doesn't want to get. He wants to get paid. The Bucks should trade him to Jacksonville for this, and the second round pick." I was like, that would be so dumb to do. Dumb. Like the Bucks are not letting Tristan Wirfs go that easily. Not before this season gets here. It's not happening. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, there's always head coaches who are like, let me read the exact quote before I continue, because I don't want to misquote somebody and then I get killed for it or who knows what. All right. So let me pull up the right exact quote. Right. Hold on. I can care less of what the outside expectations are outside of this building. You know who I'm talking about, right? Who is my favorite head coach in the league?
Dennis Allen? He said that?
Yeah.
He said he could care less what the outside expectations are for the Saints.
Not a damn soul got expectations for your sorry ass team. I'm saying that straight.
I mean,
anyways,
Ace, you got expectations.
I expect them to lose. Well, not lose. I expect them to be competitively bad.
My goodness, they hit another home run.
Oklahoma?
Yes.
Them girls in Oklahoma just be on some stuff, bro. I don't know. That program they got there is like basically the 2017 Warriors. Oh, we were supposed to talk about it in Hot Topics.
Oh, it's okay. We can talk about before the
I have some we got to talk about some football. Anyways, so he says he doesn't care about the outside expectation, bro. Nobody have expectations for your start behind. Nobody expects you to even win 10 games, really.
Ace, they're going to get to the playoffs, Ace. You got to speak into existence. Spencer Rattler's going to come off the bench and lead this team.
All right, I forgot the schedule. Give me a second. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. My brain forgot the schedule.
We got good vibes here, bro. We got good vibes here. Saints going to be a wild card team. What you mean?
All right.
Man, this is crazy. How
Mike Parsons, week 2, you got one job, buddy.
Bro, don't do that. You are horrible.
I'm just joking.
It's gonna be Michael Parsons and Marquise.
3 sacks, 1 forced fumble. I don't care.
So if Marquise Bell gets a pick 6 in that game, you're just probably gonna start doing cartwheels off your couch, huh?
I'll try, but I won't be able to get it.
Folks, he's gonna do cartwheels off his couch if Marquise Bell gets a pick 6 against the Saints. I'm letting y'all know now.
I'd probably be Trayvon Diggs who gets it.
And you can go. Nah, let me know. No, you ain't gonna do that. Let me know.
Nah,
I'm gonna do it.
I wouldn't care if Trayvon Diggs does it. So.
Goodness gracious. Okay, well, keep going down the schedule so we can hear more of the dismay.
All
play week 1.
All right, Eagles week 3, guys. Jalen Hurts, 3 rushing touchdowns. Here we come. Dennis Allen's defense can't stop a running quarterback for his life.
So whoever gets him in fantasy, you better start him. So basically, if you have a quarterback playing against the Saints in fantasy
that can run,
you just might as well just go ahead and just start him.
Now, yeah, and if you have a quarterback who can't run, don't start him because like they got like the best cornerback room in the league. So like,
did Lattimore come back?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, I was shocked by that too. But if they suck by a trade deadline, he's probably getting traded.
At least we get one more year of him and Mike Evans.
Yeah, that's true. Week 6, October 13th, but we'll get into that. So week 4 is the Falcons. Yeah, they're gonna beat the Falcons.
That's a win.
So right now they're at 2-2. Week 4, week 5, Kansas City. Let's make that 2-3 right off the bat. We don't even need to have a conversation about that. It is a Monday Night Football game in Kansas City, so you know Derek Carr about to throw 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, listen, how did the Chiefs get 2 Monday Night Football? They won the Super Bowl. They won the last 2, so I guess.
Saints have 2 Monday Night Football games too, so don't feel bad.
Or are they both?
They have no Sunday nights. They have none. They have the one there, and then they have a Thursday night. We'll get into that. Anyways, yeah. So they have the Bucks week 6. That's in New Orleans.
That could go either.
Awesome. I think the Bucks probably gonna win that game anyway. Dennis Allen, outside of that one game I went to, because like they just want to piss me off that day.
See, folks, the Saints went in there and won the game, and he was upset. That's the sad part. He was rooting for the Saints to lose to the Bucks.
So Dennis Allen will get fired.
And then the Saints go in there and win against the Bucks, and he gets even more upset. I don't get it.
That game was wild. Anyway, so Thursday, October 17th, I'd put money on it too. That's the game Drew Brees gets put in the Saints Ring of Honor. So they're gonna beat the Broncos that night, hopefully. Like, you can't let Sean Payton come in and beat you on Drew Brees' ring night, so you better win that game. If they lose that game against Denver on Drew Brees' ring night, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I mean, do they have a good track record in Ring of Honor games?
I have no idea. I know when Drew Brees called their Thanksgiving game, they got blown out by Buffalo. And we know how his last game with the Saints went. So, like,
Yeah, we do.
Jerry Cook. Week 8 against the Chargers. Yeah, they're losing that because Herbert's going to kill him.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, the Chargers running back and wide receivers kind of suck, though. But then again, Quentin Johnson can change it. Like, if he can actually catch a ball, like, he might not be a bust, but he's probably a bust. Most TCU wide receivers are busts, so, like, we're really not too shocked on that. But Ladd McConkey is a little skinny, fast white boy who generally cooks Saints, so, like, yeah. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua.
Fair. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, Panthers week 9. They're gonna probably beat the Panthers. So
sweeping the Panthers. We're not gonna do this. They're sweeping Carolina.
Sweeping the Falcons probably. Well, you never know. Michael Penix could be in by week 10. If Kirk Cousins is hurt, you never know. But most likely they're beating the Falcons. Week 11 against the Browns. Jameis revenge game or Deshaun Cosby?
I mean, either way, Browns are winning.
I think.
It's in Cleveland?
No, it's in New Orleans. The no elements factor, which sucks. Saints probably can win it. Unless Nick Chubb is healthy. But I still doubt that.
Yeah, if Nick Chubb's healthy, they're not winning that.
But they say they don't know when Nick Chubb's coming back yet, though.
True.
That was a bad knee injury he had last year. Week 13 against the Rams out of the bye week. Yeah, Rams are winning that game, just like they did last year. Week 14 against the Giants. Yeah, they're beating them. No, it's a cold game in December against the Giants.
Oh, it's in New York? Oh, well, yeah, they may lose that.
Yeah, what's his face name? Derek Carr sucks in the cold, so, yeah. I could see them losing to the Giants, Malik Neighbors shows out because, like, he said he didn't want to go to the Saints. So, like, I could see Malik Neighbors just somehow just cooking them. And Daniel Jones runs, so like it wouldn't shock me if the Giants win.
Fair.
The Commanders, Jaden Daniels back in New Orleans. Nah, Saints probably winning that game. I'm gonna be real. Monday night in the cold, Lambeau Field, 2 days before Christmas. Packers smoking them.
So
yeah, they're gonna
we
Derek Carr revenge game against the Raiders in New Orleans.
I feel like the Raiders might win still.
I hope they do, but sometimes the Raiders piss me off and they do stupid things. And like Gardner Minshew's a quarterback, so like.
Fair. Yeah.
And then the Bucks week 18
in
Tampa, the Bucks winning that.
Yeah.
So right now, let's see how many games that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, 8 games. 8 and 9, probably again. Mediocre team.
He's crazy. Also, before we do move on to our movie for the night, we do have to talk about, Larry Allen passed away this week at the age of 52. Dude, that man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was shocking, man. He was so young. Honestly, for me personally, I consider anything under the age of 70 to be young.
Yeah.
Passing. I'm like, dude, you died. Like, he died super young. The thing that sucks is I think he died on like a family trip in Mexico. That's the crazy thing about it.
That's sad.
That's very sad. The only thing I can honestly just say is, just take care of your health. You can, dude. Seriously, take care of it as best as you can. Exercise.
You can do all that, and sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's still not enough. Yeah, life just happens.
You never know. You might be like a. Hold on, I feel like I want to sneeze, but I'm not gonna sneeze yet. Anyway, it's like sometimes you might just have a thing where just all of a sudden, boop, blood vessel pop, you're dead. Can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, you could have a
aneurysm or whatever they're called.
Yeah, it's called an aneurysm. You can get them in your brain. You can get them in your abdominal region. It's called AAA in your abdominal region, but I mean, life's too short, man. You just, eat, sleep, pray, and live life as best as you can, and take care of yourself as best as you can. Because this obviously goes to show tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Also, for those of you, well, I guess it just ended. If you were watching on Instagram, head over to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter.
No, I can't even see that now.
Can't even see it now, but yeah, the live stream 8 minutes ago ended. Great ball there. Sorry.
I was on my Saints tirade for the night.
Dang, you messed up. But all right, so now we can go
movie time.
Tell us, Ace, what movie we got tonight?
Didn't we say we was doing did we say Finding Nemo?
I can't remember if it was Finding Nemo or some Pixar movie. If it is Finding Nemo, I'm all for that though.
All right, let's just do Finding Nemo. I don't know, bro.
Let's do it. It can happen.
All right. Cool. So Finding Nemo, when you think about it, is basically how do I say this nicely? Trying to keep PG rating. It's basically
trying to keep a G-rated movie PG.
Yeah, because there's a way I'm gonna say it. It could be dark. Anyway,
come on.
Home invasion goes wrong. Wife killed. Father depressed. Child permanently injured. Just kidnapped. Father goes on trip with mentally insane person.
Jesus. Where? Oh my God. Please don't explain this to 5-year-olds. God. Jeez, dude. Like,
Luke got that dawn. Bro, okay. TV, you gotta explain this to me. What?
I'll say this. I thought that it was a search and rescue type movie. I thought it was a search and rescue type movie where, it was a father trying to find his son, swam halfway across the ocean just to do it. The little thing that I learned from that movie was I didn't realize. Oh, that's Hendrix.
What up, Hendrix?
Oh my goodness. Long time no see.
I didn't know Hendrix just pulled up out of nowhere and dropped a nuke in the chat. What's up?
Right? I'm geez.
Come on, whoa. I was like, okay, somebody got to come explain this Luca da Don thing. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Come on, what?
But you're right. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's like he went across the ocean to find his son, which is what you should do if that's your kid. And then, he rescued him and brought him back. But yeah, I guess I was talking about the jellyfish. Yeah. So the thing I didn't know was sea turtles in real life, actually, because they were like, oh, the sea turtles were high in the movie, or why were they acting like that? The thing is, sea turtles actually eat jellyfish, and they get a high from eating jellyfish.
Oh, that's cool. Completely opposite of like how I was telling the story of Finding Nemo, but yes.
Yeah, they're going to say completely different from me. I had an educational basis in this. Yeah, exactly. Hendrix knows. Yeah, they eat the jellyfish. They get high, but the thing is, yeah, no, you're good, man. You're good. But see, the thing is they were high, but they were fully functioning on how to give directions. That was
impressive.
Exactly. Well, it's also a children's movie, so they got to kind of be able to explain it properly. And then it's like my main thing was always just at the end of the movie when all the fish got out of the dentist's office and they were in the bags. It was like, I don't know if they fully expected to still be in the bags when they got to the water, but it was like that was kind of like the flaw in the detail plan. But I'm also thinking too, like, how did they fall from? He's right. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to figure out how did those fish fall out of the dentist's office from the top of that balcony all the way to the bushes and the bags not burst?
Kids movie.
Yeah, that's true. Once again,
can't show a jellyfish instant becoming a piece of road waste.
Yeah.
Roadkill.
I'm also trying to figure out the fact too, like, I don't know why, but like I look at that movie and I'm like, dang, that barracuda at the beginning looked kind of good. Well, if only somebody would have dropped their fishing line in the water, could have probably saved Marlon's whole family. That's really
home invasion gone wrong.
Oh my god! Stop saying that. Oh god! My god! Stop saying that.
What?
Dude. Oh. Where do you come up with this? Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus.
All right.
So, yes, the moral of the story
is fishing is a sport. So it's considered part of the podcast if you put that fish.
I get you got a point. Fishing is a sport.
I mean, if they went fishing for the barracuda, Finding Nemo would have never happened.
But technically,
hey Ashton, what's going on? We're just clowning around at this point. We're talking about our sport fishing movie before we go back and talk about some football.
It was not a sport fishing movie. It was definitely just that's in Ace's mind, the dark side of Finding Nemo. When you really think about it. You know what's crazy is I can't watch that movie. I'm not gonna be able to watch that movie the same anymore.
My fault.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be sitting there one day, probably here in a few months, watching Finding Nemo, and I'm just gonna look at the first 5 minutes of the film and be like, "Oh my gosh, Ace, what have you done?" That's gonna be me. But I mean, at the same time, too, it's like you always remember fish are friends, not food. Always remember that.
Well, I'm having fish fry Saturday. You coming?
I cannot think that. I will be here.
Oh.
I will be here.
Anyways, did y'all see Challenger? Yeah, we all saw Zendaya getting back shots, bro. What you mean? Just like
Oh my God. Oh,
Hollywood nasty, bro. I don't know how you could ever date anybody in Hollywood. That should be wild.
Oh my God.
But then again, we've seen Tom Holland getting back shots on on a movie screen before, so I mean it's not that wild.
Oh my God. Oh dear God. Ace, I think we need to wrap this up tonight. Oh my
Hey, tennis guys.
shit. Jeffrey says your best friends are your best.
Oh my gosh, Henry. Yeah, bro. This is why me and Henry don't have a podcast permanently.
I mean, look, I'm to the point where I'm pretty sure. Didn't y'all did the playoff thing together? Didn't you?
Yeah, we did that playoff thing like 2 a.m. That shit was wild too, bro.
Oh my God. I didn't even see. I didn't even get a chance to even really watch it because I was
Yeah, cause like I texted you like midnight, like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna do a podcast like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning." Is that good, bro? I was like, "Shit."
I was like, go ahead, dude, by all means, because you caught the crowd coming out of the ACC championship, coming back from the SEC championship, the SWAC championship. You caught the crowd at that point, dude.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh yeah, before we go, so Real Madrid went and did basically how Golden State brought in KD. They went and did that. So like with Mbappe heading over to Real Madrid, so now they have like 5 guys under the age of like 25 who are all like top 20 players in the world. And you're like, well, this shit's not fair at all.
Oh, of course not, dude.
Anyways, we was lit. Yeah, we was getting lit on that episode. That was crazy.
I was passed out after the SWAC championship from taking a sip of NyQuil.
Mm-hmm.
I needed that night, man. I was down bad. I just sat in the rain for 3-4 hours watching a football game. I needed that NyQuil. Boy, that's the point. But yeah, folks. Not Ace Hendricks. We appreciate you stopping by tonight, man. It's good to hear from you. I'm glad that you're still alive. And out here. What'd you say?
I said, ain't that your brother-in-law? How would you not know if he's still alive?
I honestly, I've only heard from him periodically, but I know he's still alive. I'm messing with him. I hear from my sister more than I hear from him.
Well, I'd hope so.
Well, yeah, of course. That's very true. But yes.
Anyways, with that being said, guys, thank you for another great episode of the Running Good Podcast. The 41 of y'all who was around watching this.
The 44 of you that were watching at one point.
Oh, yeah, 44 of y'all watching at one point,
Oh. Yes, that's very true.
Baby Hendrix baby coming soon. So is it
September?
Baby?
September, baby.
Yeah, we're getting old.
Don't even get me started, man. Body feel sometimes. Don't get me started.
Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. 2 or 3 more episodes left in the season. Whenever the NBA Finals and NHL Stanley Cup finish was when we'll probably wrap it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Until probably preseason. Oh boy. Oh wait, no, never mind. This one. We're gonna see another wild child coming, and that'd be a lit child. Good baby coming.
I can't wait to meet him. That's my thing. I'm looking forward to it.
JP's gonna have him ready to be an all-pro running back coming up.
Defensive end.
Oh,
I've already bought the Pedialyte for the little guy. Got Pedialyte. We got speed cones, agility cones, and stuff. We got resistance bands. I'm ready. But yeah, folks, so that's going to do it for us tonight, man. By all means, yes, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you join us next week. Next week, we're going to try to have Coach Henry on, FAMU's offensive coordinator / offensive line coach, and technically pass game coordinator as well, or OC. So with that being said, folks, as you know, stay safe, stay blessed. We'll see you next week.